Back in 2014, Beastie Boys took a toy company to court. Let's take a look at why. Welcome back to the Junkman. It's me, the Junkman, coming back at you with another video. That's right, it's me, the clown of YouTube, Junkman. So what are we going to talk about today? Well, I'm not going to tell you to head over to junkmanmerch.com and get some cool t-shirts like this one right here. You can't get this one. Can't get this one. Sorry, I had to buy this one online somewhere else. You can get that. But let's talk about the time Beastie Boys sued a startup toy company, and one that hadn't even hardly been around a year. But I'm going to tell you, I'm a Beastie Boy fan. So maybe I'm being biased, or maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm agreeing with them. I'm not going to tell you. Maybe at the end of the video I'll tell you who I agree with. But I'll tell you the story. You tell me who's in the right. This toy company or the boys. The Beastie Boys. The toy company was called Glory Hole. Oh, not Glory Hole, what was it? Oh, excuse me. Goldie Blocks. Goldie Blocks. Kind of like Goldilocks. Goldie Blocks. Now this was it's still around. This is a toy company that specializes in making engineering type toys aimed for girls. I know it's 2023 now. You're supposed to say, you can't aim toys for girls. Girls like boys. Everybody likes everything the same now. You can't do that. But back in 2014, it was a different world. You could target a toy line to girls, and they decided to make something that's mostly seen as a boy type toy aimed at the girls to try to get girls into engineering and stuff. And this toy company first released a small video on YouTube and started a whole Kickstarter to get people to back this company. In fact, back in early 2014, they were the first small business to get an ad on the Super Bowl. Oh my God, am I going to get demonetized for saying that? Do I have to pay them? They won a contest where they got to put their ad up during Super Bowl. It's like 30 seconds, but you know the price of that, so hey, that's a lot of money. And they said just because of that Super Bowl ad, in just 4 days, their Kickstarter raised around $280,000. Probably more after that. But to get into the whole Beastie Boy thing, we have to go back a little bit before the Super Bowl ad, when they posted this video up on YouTube. Now, I don't want the Beastie Boys to sue me, so I'm not going to play the whole ad. I'm just going to play a little bit of it and let you take a look. Here it is.
Girls, you think you know what we want, girls. Pink and pretty, it's girls. Just like the 50s, it's girls.
If you're a fan of the Beastie Boys, I might not have to tell you this, but if you're not, or you're not familiar, maybe you just know their hits, you can say, well, what's the big deal? Well, Beastie Boys had a song, and it sounded, well, I don't want them to sue me either, so I've got a small clip. Here's their song.
Girls, and all I really want is girls. And in the morning it's girls, 'cause in the evening it's girls.
As you can see, they sound a lot alike. But Goldie Block says, yeah, they sound alike, but it's just a parody. And legally, we can take a song and make a parody out of it. Weird Al does it all the time. Even if he does get permission or tries to get permission, he legally doesn't have to. You can legally do a parody of a song without getting sued for copyright. Now, Goldie Block's got word that the Beastie Boys wasn't happy about this, having their song in an ad or a parody of their song in an ad, so they did something before Beastie Boys could. They filed a preemptive lawsuit because they knew they were about to get sued. And in this lawsuit, they said under the constitutional right, they can do a parody of the song. And again, I strongly believe that there was nothing legally Beastie Boys could do. But we're talking about a small company here going up against the Beastie Boys. First, you don't want to upset the fan base. You don't want people not buy your toy. Hey, that's the company that upset Beastie Boys. They're not buying their stuff. And you also know that Beastie Boys probably got a lot more money to pay lawyers than this new company does. Well, Beastie Boys wrote an open letter to the company. As creative as it is, make no mistake, your video is an advertisement that is designed to sell product. And long ago, we made a conscious decision not to permit our music or our name to be used in production ads. And at this time, there were only 2 Beastie Boys left. R.I.P. Adam. R.I.P. But you see, Adam, even in his will, put something in there to kind of say, hey, I don't want my music used for commercials. According to his will, he had it stated that no event may use his image or name or music or any artistic property created by him for any use of advertisement purposes. So the Beastie Boys were saying, hey, look, we don't want our music associated with ads, and even if they think it's a good product, it's nice you're trying to get girls into engineering, we don't want our music used to sell toys or sell anything. And even Adam, who was sadly has passed away, said no, he doesn't want his name, his music, and everything else used to sell stuff. That's what we call keeping it real. Well, what happened? Was this some kind of huge court battle that went on for years? Well, not really. The two parties kind of came to an agreement. First up, Goldie Blocks posted on their website an apology. As you can see here, it's at the very bottom of their page. Or it was in 2014. And it said, announcement. We sincerely apologize to any negative impact our actions may have held on the Beastie Boys. We never intended to cast the band in a negative light, and we regret putting them in a position to defend themselves when they had done nothing wrong. We understand an artist's desire to have his or her work treated with respect. We should have reached out to the band before using the music in the video. We know this is only one of the many mistakes we're bound to make as we grow our business. The great thing about mistakes is how much you can learn from them. From now on, we will secure the property rights and permission in advance of any promotion, and we advise any young company to do the same. Again, I will point out that they were kind of legally bound to put that statement on there. It's not something they just did for the fun of it. But that wasn't it. They also made a deal with the Beastie Boys that they would take a percentage of the revenue for the toy they were selling using the Beastie Boys music and donate it to a charity of the Beastie Boys picking. But they did want it to have something to do with technology, science, engineering for girls. Boys, missing out again. So I guess in a way you can say maybe it was a win-win for both. The company learned a lesson and... Hey, let's go back to that Super Bowl ad.
Come on, ditch your toys. Girls, make some noise. More than pink, pink, pink.
That sounds like a song also. I wonder if they got sued for that one. Well, hopefully they did learn that lesson. They're still in business, so that's a good thing. But that's a look at the time Beastie Boys went up against a toy company. Do you agree with them? Do you think, hey, they didn't have a legal right? It's a parody song. They can do what they want to. They should have just left it alone. Or do you think they had a right saying, hey, we don't want our music mixed up with ads and people trying to sell stuff off our name and our sound? Let me know what you think in the comments below.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.